You better pull out your copy of Advanced Potion Making. You're going to need it. I'm Professor Voqas, and this is Harry Potter, Wizards Unite.
Hello, Professor. I didn't see you there.
The Darkness Rising Brilliant event will be starting on October 6th and go through the 13th. It's from 11 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific time, and that's Tuesday to Tuesday as per normal. So the Wizarding Weekend ends on Monday, and then this kicks in on that Tuesday right after. There'll be 5 Brilliant Foundables, as per usual with these events. The first 2 are Snatchers and Poachers, and they're going to be found on the overworld map. You'll need 20 fragments for each of them to place those images. Mulpepper's Apothecary Sign will come out of 1.5 kilometer Brilliant port keys, or portmanteau, and then unlock the port keys, obviously. 1 fragment per port key. You'll need 5 to place this image, and that's a guaranteed drop, so you'll always get a fragment. Next up is a giant black spider. That's going to be an event task reward, so you're just going to get 1 fragment. You'll be able to place that image, and then that's really the only time you'll deal with that Brilliant Foundable. Lastly, we have the Poison Candle, which is going to come from Fortresses. You need 3 fragments to place that image, and this is not a guaranteed drop for getting it. You're going to need to use Brilliant Runestones in Fortresses, and you'll have a chance to get that. If you're in Dark 5, you'll have a 100% chance, but all the other chambers scale down as you get to Ruins 1, which has a 50% chance to drop. So you may need to run more than 3 Fortresses to be able to place that image. As per usual, Diagon Alley will have the normal bundles for us, 3 bundles right off the bat, and then once you unlock the bonus tasks, you'll be able to get that bonus bundle. And here are the bundles. Starting out with the complimentary gift, which they've done something a little different this time. It still actually has the ingredients for tonic for trace detection. I'm not even going to go through those. It's enough for you to brew 1 tonic for trace detection, which you will need to do. And then 25 spell energy. But then, if you see the ingredients right here, that's the ingredients for 2 healing potions. So they've never done that before, in recent memory at least. So definitely interesting that they're giving us more. They usually give us 50 spell energy, so 25 less spell energy, but the ingredients for 2 healing potions. Now, there is a brew potions requirement during this. In fact, there's a lot of potions involved in this particular event, so I'm guessing that's why they're throwing more ingredients at us, just to give us a head start on at least 2 more potions we can brew. Next up is the SOS bundle. It's 450 coins. It gets you 5 silver keys and 100 spell energy. And the 5 silver keys, obviously you can put that in 5 of the Brilliant port keys, and then that will get you that image to place in the registry, the Mulberry's Apothecary Sign. Next up is the Brilliant Bundle for 670 coins. It gets you 4 Brufios, 4 Strong Extimulos, and then 6 Tonic for Trace Detections. Last up is the Bonus Assignment Bundle that only appears once you finish the first 4 set of tasks and you're working on the bonus task, then it'll come into the store. It's 2,100 coins though, and it gets you 15 Healing Potions, 15 Potent Extimulo Potions, 5 Silver Keys, and 150 Spell Energy. But like I said, it is 2,100 coins, and you actually won't be able to get that until you get to the bonus tasks. Moving on to the tasks, the first set of tasks has you collect 2 ingredients or portmanteau, and you get 2 Rumpenhorn. I believe this has pretty much stayed consistent. The reward sometimes changes, but we always have to do this particular task. It's super easy. Energy on the ground counts as picking up ingredients, so just pick up some energy, pick up some ingredients, throw them away, or hang on to them, because we do have a lot of potions we have to deal with. But anyway, you'll get 2 Rumpenhorn for that. Next up, you have to brew Tonic for Trace Detection 2 times, which will get you 1 Powdered Dragon Claw. Now this one, definitely different, because Tonic takes a little bit longer to brew. So if you actually started brewing them at this point, it's going to take you a little bit longer because of its brew time. And normally, if it's brewing 1 thing, you can brew it and then just collect it right as the event starts. So in this case, I'm going to brew 2 Tonic for Trace Detections and just not collect either of them. You've probably done this before. I've done it. You can do it with up to 4, where you have 4 potions waiting for you to collect, and you're getting credit for each one of those. So if you start your Tonic for Trace Detections the night before, and you can have both of them finished, but don't collect them before this event begins, you can just grab both of them, and then this will be successfully completed. And the last thing you need to do is return 10 Brilliant Poachers, which will just be an event spawn on the overworld map, and it'll get you 2 Invigoration Draft. Once you've done all that, you'll get 550 experience, 50 family experience for this Brilliant page, 2 restricted section books, and 10 spell energy. Moving on to the second set of tasks, you have to earn 7,500 wizarding experience from traces specifically. So you can't get it from fortresses, can't get it from port keys, can't get it from placing images. It's going to have to be from returning traces. At least that's what this wording is implying. Sometimes the wording can change a little bit when we get to the actual event based on information that was actually given to people. So this will take just a little bit longer because you are going to have to just keep returning foundables, and each foundable is going to give you a certain amount, but 7,500 isn't too bad. You'll get 1 silver key for that. For the second task, you're going to have to earn 350 Brilliant Darkness Rising Family Experience. That's a mouthful. You're going to get 4 Snowdrop for that. Now this is only going to be from returning the Brilliant Foundables, placing those images, and then potentially opening up the Brilliant Port Keys would get you Brilliant Family Experience. So again, 350, this is going to slow us down a little for sure, because placing those images just doesn't get you that much. Returning the Foundables doesn't get you that much. Running Fortresses, again, might be your best bet on this. Use the Runestones, run the Fortresses, because each time you get a fragment from the fortress, you do get 10 Family Experience for the Brilliant. Plus, when you get to place that image, you'll get another 6. So your best bet is probably just do a combination of running fortresses and returning foundables and just placing those images, and you'll build up to 350 eventually. Honestly, having to get the trace experience from the task above that, try to use foundables, Brilliant Foundables for all of that, and that's just going to help you with this one at the same time. And the last task is to use Barufio's Brain Elixir 2 times to get you a Dark Detector. So again, you don't have to brew it, you don't have to put master notes, it's none of those requirements, you just have to have them. So if you don't have them ready, then probably check on which ingredients you need, go get those ingredients and brew it. For me, it's always Leaping Toadstool, which means I just need to plan out going somewhere, planting it in a greenhouse, and then coming back the next day at that time. So it's trying to find 2 days in a row where I'm going to be in the same place and getting that toadstool. If you need other things, that's available on the ground. Just be on the lookout for it. Kind of check up on it, and as you're going around the next few days, finishing out this wizarding weekend, you can just be sure to be picking those things up. And then you just need to have them on hand the day of. Again, you're going to have to put one on and let it run its duration, and then you'll be able to start the other. So for me, because of the SOS tree, I've upgraded a little. My Barufios last 40 minutes. So I'm going to start a Barufios. That'll get credit for using one. I have to wait 40 minutes, and when it ends, I can then use the other one. And then I can immediately collect this. And while I'm on that Barufios, I can get on with the third set of tasks. Once you complete all these tasks, you're going to get 750 Wizarding Experience, 75 Brilliant Family Experience for this event's page. You're going to get 3 Restricted Section books and 10 Spell Energy. For the third set of tasks, it starts with returning 15 Brilliant Snatchers. It's going to get you 2 Leaping Toadstool, which unfortunately you need that Leaping Toadstool to brew for the Barufios for the last step, and now you're just getting it. But don't worry, you'll still have use for it. Because for the second task, you need to brew 7 potions. It's going to get you 4 Ginger Root, and Ginger Root's used in Witch Sharpening Potions, so for me, that's probably going to be me throwing it away. But you need to brew 7 potions. Again, you're going to want to go through these pretty quickly. So you could rent a cauldron, but without spending coins, just maybe use Extimulos, and those can rotate pretty quickly. You're not going to be able to do it, obviously, in 30 minutes without spending coins. But for Extimulos, at least, I can put 4 in, and they do rotate pretty quickly throughout a day. So it would take me less than a day to be able to run through Extimulos without doing any kind of anything except for master notes. Just run through them throughout the day. Probably the best time is when you're not even actively playing. Kind of start this task and then plan on playing later or even the next day and just let them roll. Or overnight is fine too. We do have 7 days to complete this, so you can take that extra little time probably to brew these 7 potions. If you've got the coins, rent a cauldron, or you can just pay to complete Extimulos. Not too much, but that would actually burn you through this pretty quickly. And the last task is to use 5 potions and wizarding challenges, which means from the previous step, if you don't have any potions, as you're brewing those 7, once you get to 5, if you're using Extimulos, that's perfect. Go into a wizarding challenge. Just use all 5 in one, or go to 5 and use 1 in each, however you want to do it. It's going to get you 1 Hermit Shell Crab, which are used for invigoration drafts, which can be useful sometimes. Once you complete all that, you're going to get 1,250 Wizarding Experience, 75 Family Experience for this brilliant event, 5 Restricted Section book, and 10 Spell Energy as per normal. The fourth set of tasks is all about wizarding challenges. Starts out with complete 5 wizarding challenges with 3 or more teammates. It gets you 1 spell book, and my normal reminder that 3 or more teammates includes you, so you and 2 other people, that will meet the requirement for running a chamber once. Next up is win 15 wizarding challenges. Keep in mind the word win is there, so you do have to win. If you guys do fail, it wouldn't count. Now in the first step, you had to do 5 already, so there's 5, so you just need to do another 10. So this could be solo, but you do need to make sure you actually win the chamber, and that gets you a spell book. And lastly is earn 7,500 wizarding experience from challenges. Now, while you're doing the previous 2, there's a good chance you're going to get either all the way through that or a big chunk. It kind of depends what level chambers you're doing. If you're doing Dark 5, after 2 or 3 chambers, you'll be done with 7,500, especially if you have a Brufios on. Not that you need to use it for this step, but if you had a Brufios, it definitely really helps with that. And that will award you 2 spellbook. Once you complete that, you're going to get the 1 fragment of the giant black spider, so you'll be able to place that image, and then you can kind of just forget about it, but don't place that image yet. Then you're going to get 50 coins, 5 restricted section books, 5 defense against dark arts books, and 30 spell energy. But hold on to that image because we need to get to the bonus task. Once you've completed those 4 sets of tasks, you're going to end up getting the bonus task unlock, and you'll have to back out, and then it'll tell you have a special assignment, and then you just go right back into the special assignments, and the bonus task here will appear. The bonus assignment bundle will also appear in the store at this time. So you could actually, there should probably be a dot that appears at this point in your little shopping basket, and you can click on that, and then you can go see that 2,100 coin bundle if you want it. The first bonus task is to place 5 images on the Brilliant Nocturne Alley registry page. Keep in mind that's the Brilliant Nocturne Alley page, not the regular Nocturne Alley page. It's going to get you 1 spell book. Let's talk about this one real quick because I want you to save your images pretty much from the beginning, certain images. One of the ones you should certainly change is from that 4th set of tasks you just got the spider. Don't place that image until you've actually backed out, gotten the bonus assignments, looked at them just so they're in the book, they're in the game, it's registered, you're working on them. Then go to your registry and then you can place some images. So definitely place the giant spider, that's going to be one of your 5. Now beyond that, there's some math involved and I'm not going to get into it too much, but earlier in your tasks, the 20 out of 20 poacher and the 20 out of 20 snatcher, both of them, you shouldn't place that image. In the second set of tasks, you needed family experience. It's actually more efficient for family experience for those 2 foundables to not place the image. Because if you already are at max fragments for them, every time you return one of them, if you're already at max fragments, it's going to give you a max fragment bonus of 1 family experience, which doesn't sound like a lot. Placing the image gets you 5 for the 220 guys. It only gets you 5. So as you continue to go, you're going to end up getting more family experience in the end than if you had placed the images and then built up another 20 and placed the images. Basically, without going into the calculations, which aren't that extensive anyway, after 40 fragments, say you return 40 of them, if you place the image, you'll end up with 10 extra family experience, but if you hadn't placed it, you'll end up with 20. And then as you continue to get more fragments beyond that, the gap keeps widening at that point. It just gets bigger and bigger. So don't place those 2. Once you get up to 20, just keep returning them and getting the max bonus fragment, and then just save it for this step because you don't need them for anything else beyond that. And there's no real reason to place the image. So just keep going and save it for the bonus task, and then you can place both of them right now. So by this time, you should have that image pretty much ready to go. So you'll have the spider and both of them. Now for both the apothecary sign and the poison candle, it's because of the number of fragments it takes to place the image. For them, it's actually more efficient to place the image. It would not be good to get the bonus fragment from having max fragments. It's actually going to get you more by placing the image. And it's because they require such a lower number of fragments to place. That's why it works that way. So for them, during step 2, I would go ahead and place the image and get that extra family experience because you're going to need to get it anyway. But once you're done with step 2, you don't need any more images or family experience until you get to this step, this bonus task. So at that point, if you are walking port keys or you are running fortresses, just make sure you save those images coming into this step, because really coming into this step, based on this, you could have all 5 images ready to go. You could have the giant spider, told you to save the 220 out of 20s, the poacher and the snatcher. And then the poison candle and the apothecary, both of them, you could have just saved those images, and that would be 5 right there. Place them, you're done with this, because you don't need them for anything else after task 2. Next up, earn 12,500 wizarding experience. You'll do that while playing the game and doing some of these other tasks, so no worries there. It's one spell book for that. As has become custom for this event, the next task is win in your highest unlocked chamber. It gets you 1 wit sharpening potion. It's not the most useful of potions, and unfortunately you've already gone past the step where you need to use potions, so it's really not helping us at this point. The next bonus task is to use 10 extimulo potions. It says any, so it can be potent, strong, or regular, and it's going to get you 10 spell energy. Again, since you have to win in your highest unlocked chamber, not too hard to use some potions during that, but you're probably going to have to run some more challenges, which aren't specifically required in any of the other bonus tasks. It would help you with the wizarding experience if you're going to some higher level chambers. So if you run Dark 5 a couple times, I can usually use potions. It usually just helps it so that other people in the chamber don't have to hex your guy or boost you. You can use things like healing potions to make it a little bit longer before a magizoologist has to revive you or something like that. So just have some potions ready to go, essentially, extimulo potions obviously, and use them liberally in the fortresses, and you'll get done with this task. And the last task you need to do is to unlock 5 portmanteau, and that's going to get you 1 silver key. Now again, the images up top, if you come in with less than 5, say you come in with 4 images, you can't complete the bonus tasks until you unlock 5 portmanteau. So if you pick up 5 brilliant 1.5 kilometer portmanteau, which are almost the easiest to walk, obviously the 1 kilometers are easier, but if you walk those 5, that's going to get you 5 fragments and get you an image. So if you don't have 5, it really doesn't matter if you complete it right away, because you're going to have to do this anyway. So that would get you that last image, and you kind of finish them both at the same time. If you are done though, pick up the 1 kilometer. It's going to save you 2.5 kilometers of walking if you just do 1 kilometer once the whole time. But it is the brilliant event, so if you do want that image again or want to leave it shiny after you're done, then this would be the way to do it. Once you finish the bonus tasks, you will get 2,000 wizarding experience, 100 brilliant family experience, 5 defense against the dark arts books, 1 new title for your ministry ID. You'll get 5 fragments of the apothecary sign. Like always, if you can't walk portmanteau, although they have it in the bonus tasks, the whole point of putting them here is just in case you couldn't get out and walk, they're going to give you the 5 fragments. But now you have to. So anyway, you're going to have these already from unlocking, unless you don't do brilliance, I guess. But they're going to give you the 5 brilliant fragments. So if you weren't able to place that image, this will let you do that. If you have, then this will just be another image to place. But it's after you finish, so it's not going to help you with placing 5 images. This will be after the fact. And lastly, they give you 20 spell energy. So the main thing you need to do to prepare for this event is all around potions, because you're going to need to use 10 extimulo potions. You do have to brew 7 potions in the 3rd set of tasks, so that's why I say go ahead and brew extimulo potions. You're also going to need to brew 2 tonic for trace detections. You can do that in advance though. You're going to have to use 2 Barufios, so again, you can have those in advance as well. And we still have a couple days to get ready for it, so go ahead and start looking at your potions and see what ingredients you have, and go ahead and start prepping the tonics and the Barufios, just being ready to brew / get the Barufios, and then just have ingredients for maybe extimulo potions so that you can go ahead and brew 7 potions and make them extimulos. So in the bonus tasks, you can use those 7 at least, and if you have, you're going to need 3 more. They did give you ingredients for 2 healing potions, so that's another 2 things right there. So that's 9 potions right there, the extimulos plus the healing, and then you're just going to need 1 more potion to use in a fortress. I hope you guys are enjoying your wizarding weekend, and I hope this guide helps you to get prepared for the Darkness Rising Brilliant event. Once again, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Nox.